Hello and welcome to Just Cooking Awesome. Today I'm going to show you my simple shortbread recipe. Everybody loves this. It's great for packed lunches, it's great for picnics, it's great for parties, afternoon teas, great fail safe. Got Father's Day coming up, really good to make for Dad for a present as well. And super simple. I'm going to be doing it in the mixer today, but you could do it in a bowl. I'll go through those steps as we get to them. Okay, so I've got my food processor here. I've got the sharp cutting blade locked in. So these are the ingredients. Really simple recipe, very straightforward. We've got 175 grams of plain flour. We've got 175 grams of salted butter. I prefer salted for this. Use good butter. I like organic butter, but I do prefer salted. If I'm making pastry, I won't use salted, but for this recipe, it works beautifully well. Then I've got 75 grams of golden caster sugar. Golden caster sugar tastes better. And then I've got 75 grams of semolina flour. The reason I'm using the ground semolina, it's also called as well, the reason that I'm using that is the magic ingredient that will make it really melt in your mouth. It's better than using corn flour, better than any other additions. Ground semolina flour. That's gone in. I've also got here some extra plain flour for rolling out and some extra golden caster sugar to sprinkle on the biscuits when they come out of the oven. Right, so I'm going to pop the lid into my food processor. If I was to be making this by hand in a mixing bowl, I would cream together the butter and the sugar first, and then I would gently fold in the flours. I'm going to be really careful with the flours because I don't want to overwork the dough and make it chewy. So this is why I like to use my food processor, because it will be done really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to switch this on now, pop it on full. In a moment it'll start to look like crumble mix on the top, and then it will start to come together, and as it starts to come together, that's when I'm going to switch it off so that it doesn't get overworked. Okay, it's just starting to go now. And we're there. So this is the sort of consistency you're looking for. So I can just hold it together and it'll come together. I haven't worked it like mad and made it go wet and sloppy. Okay, that's just what we're looking for. So I've got my finished dough here, ready to work. I'm just going to take that blade out so that I don't cut myself on it. I'm going to grab a handful of the dough. Pop it down. I'm rolling this out onto greaseproof paper. Means I don't need to use so much flour and spoil the proportions of my dough. And these little things here are called marzipan spacers. What they will do is they will make sure that my dough is all at the same depth, and therefore it should cook more evenly. Okay, so I've got a little bit of my extra flour here to sprinkle over the top. Just my rolling pin with, and I'm just going to very gently roll this out. I don't want to put too much effort into it because I don't want to make it go chewy, I don't want to overwork it. So I'm rolling that out. It's a little bit cooler tonight, so the dough's a little bit more crumbly, but that's fine because we'll gather it together shortly. So I'm rolling this out now until it hits, here my rolling pan is hitting those spacers now. A nice even dough. I've got a circle cutter. You can use absolutely any cutter you want. And I'm just going to cut out. Now I have got my palette knife here, just to lift these circles if they're stuck, so they don't lose their shape. Give them a little bit of space when you put them on the tray, because they will spread in the oven. Have preheated my oven to 180. That's on a fan oven. It's quite a hot oven. If your oven's not too hot, if your oven's not hot enough, sorry, then your shortbread will spread quite badly in the oven. Okay, this is a nice crumbly dough today, which means they'll be super short. They'll really melt in your mouth. Sprinkle my flour over the top. Make sure my rolling pin's covered as well. Just roll until I hit those marzipan spaces. So I've got a nice even thickness of dough. There we go. Using my cutter. I'm just going to use my palette knife now to lift these, giving them plenty of space, because as I've said before, they will spread a little bit in the oven. The oven is preheated to 180. You want your oven to be nice and hot to start your shortbread going, because if your oven is too cool, your shortbread will spread quite badly. So when you've got a full tray of shortbread, as I've already said, it's preheated to 180. These will go in for roughly 10 minutes, but it depends how thick you've rolled it and how big you've cut them. They may need a little bit longer or a little bit less time. I'll show you the finished shortbread when they come out of the oven. So here it is, our finished shortbread. Slightly golden, crispy, and I've sprinkled a little bit of golden caster sugar on the top. It's perfect to go with a cup of tea.